0G. Do you want to experience weightlessness without going into space? Then a flight on the IL-76MDK will be perfect for you. Thanks to a unique flight path, you'll feel weightless periodically in this aircraft. Simply put, the plane follows a parabolic route and weightlessness kicks in as you pass over the top. It lasts about 30 seconds and occurs 10 to 15 times during a flight. The coolest thing is that there's enough space in the aircraft even for a concert or a party. The only thing you need is money. A ticket for this unusual flight costs about $5,400, but this price covers training, a health checkup, and a certificate. Aerodium Peryton. What London landmarks do you know? Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, 221B, Baker Street. I doubt the Aerodium Peryton is on that list, despite it being the largest open-air wind tunnel in the world. By the way, it was built for the filming of Mission Impossible Fallout. In addition to making spectacular stunts, Aerodium Peryton allows you to train group skydiving. The 6.5 by 3.5 m space is big enough for 8 people at once. The makers suggest starting with short flights of 2 to 3 minutes, and of course, for safety reasons, there's always an instructor nearby. Jais Flight. Experience the thrill of a lifetime on Mount Jebel Jais, the UAE's highest peak, home to the world's longest zipline. Jais Flight channels your inner Superman as you soar at speeds of up to 150 km per hour. At this speed, the 2.8 km route takes just 3 minutes, and the zipline reaches an altitude of 1,680 m. This adrenaline pumping ride opened in 2018, and over 70,000 people have already taken the plunge. Zapata Flyboard Air. This flying platform was showcased at a military parade in France. It was invented by Frankie Zapata, a French inventor, businessman, and athlete. The platform allows the pilot to accelerate up to 200 km per hour and spend about half an hour in the air. Zapata even took a shot at crossing the English Channel on his invention, and on his second try covered 35.4 km in 22 minutes. Commercial space flights. If neither a tower nor an airplane nor even a jet suit impresses you anymore, it's time for an adventure beyond Earth. The first space tourist flew to the ISS back in 2001, and today there are many companies offering space flights. Want to get closer to the moon? Call Space Adventures. Need a cheaper price? Blue Origin has promised to sell suborbital flights for $200 to $300,000 per person. And SpaceX has a super ambitious idea. The company wants to replace passenger airplanes with space shuttles and reduce the flight time between cities to minutes instead of hours. Ortega Submersibles. During World War II, British specialists created a motorized diving canoe, essentially a mini submarine for 1 or 2 people, and the name Sleeping Beauty will surely surprise many people. It was this development that inspired the Dutch startup Ortega Submersibles, who put a modern spin on the idea. The Dutch version allows you to quickly dive to a depth of up to 95 m. On the surface, the vehicle reaches about 16 km per hour, while underwater, it peaks at 19 km per hour. The mini submarines are powered by electricity, and the power reserve of the 3-seater model is 148 kilometers. The vehicle caters to the interests of archaeologists, oceanologists, and diving enthusiasts. Phoenix Fly. Welcome to the Phoenix Fly Factory. This is where wingsuits are designed and made. Many of you may remember them from action movies or video games, but there are also impressive wingsuit competitions and acrobatic shows all over the world. Phoenix Fly wingsuits are handmade and meet the same quality standards as parachutes, explaining their price of $2,170 apiece. Before learning to fly in a wingsuit, Phoenix Fly specialists recommend making at least 200 parachute jumps. A notable achievement that might inspire you is Kyle L's world record in 2016. He soared an impressive 32 kilometers in a wingsuit. FIB. Meet the FIB, short for the Flying Inflatable Boat as dubbed by its makers. Initially made by the Italian company Polaris Motor, it's now produced in Spain by the company New Polaris 2020 SL. The FIB Classic is powered by a 64 horsepower Rotax engine and accelerates to up to 80 km per hour in the air. With a 45L fuel tank, it ensures a steady supply for your journey. Equipped with electric landing gear, the FIB guarantees confident takeoffs and landings. However, you need to take a special course of 5 to 10 hours to fly the FIB, covering aerodynamics, navigation, and even meteorology. Crocosaurus Cove Cage of Death. We have arrived in the Australian city of Darwin to visit the Crocosaurus Cove. Here, you can experience an adrenaline rush by lowering yourself into an unusual aquarium known as the Cage of Death. Spending 15 minutes in the cage is an unforgettable experience for many. How can you stay calm when crocodiles up to 5 m long are swimming around? These giants are capable of biting with a force of 3 tons and are pretty nimble when it comes to grabbing food. The tickets for 2 people cost $187. John Force Racing. John Force Racing isn't just a team, it's a whole sporting dynasty with 22 National Hot Rod Association championships and numerous victories across professional events. It is a powerhouse. Besides, it's just cool when a father-daughter duo wins a race. John Force Racing pilots drive real monsters. We're talking dragsters with engines packing over 11,000 horsepower, which is the usual thing for them. Sometimes it's more than driving, they're practically flying at around 531 kilometers per hour. By the way, a dragster uses about 23 L of fuel on a typical quarter-mile drag run.